will prove stronger and more decent than any nation ordered to exalt the few at the expense of the many, or made from a common race or culture, or to preserve traditions that have no greater attribute than longevity. And yet, other nations have occupied a distinguished place in human history longer than we have. They too acquired great wealth and power, but they sought the false assurance of protecting their privileges by settling for things as they are. Not us. We are always on the move. We understand, we have always understood that no nation complacent in its greatness can long sustain it. We've always known that we too must prove to those who came before us that a people free to act in their own interests will perceive those interests in an enlightened way, will live as one nation in a kinship of ideals, and make of our power and wealth a civilization for the ages, a civilization in which all people share in the promise and responsibilities of freedom. Tomorrow, the President-elect will accept the burdensome privilege of leading America to its next accomplishments and its future greatness. He has my sincere best wishes for his success and my promise of assistance. For his success will be our success. The challenges and threats confronting him and us are numerous and daunting. He has the greatest responsibility to help America lead and lead America through them. But we too bear responsibilities for our progress, lesser than his, but a great privilege nonetheless. We must meet them fully and help the President succeed at his. We have our disagreements, we Americans. We contend regularly and enthusiastically over many questions. Many are important questions worth arguing about, and we should contend over them with one another. It is not just our right, but our civic and moral obligation. Our country doesn't depend on the heroism of every citizen, but all of us should be worthy of the sacrifices made on our behalf. We have to love our freedom, not just for the private opportunities it provides, but for the goodness it makes possible. We have to love it as much, even if not as heroically, as the brave Americans who defend us at the risk and often the cost of their lives. We must love it enough to argue about it and to work together to serve its interests in whatever way our abilities permit and our conscience requires, whether it calls us to arms or to altruism or to politics. Americans deserve more than tolerance from one another. We deserve each other's respect, whether we think each other right or wrong in our views.